Would you love to learn how to solve linear equations with one variable, even if you know absolutely nothing about linear equations? Then stay tuned, because that's what I'm going to be teaching you. Do endeavor to stay to the end of the video because I'm equally going to be showing you how to solve linear equations with one variable on both sides. Without further ado, let's start learning. Welcome to class. So before we can go into solving linear equations with one variable, it's important that we understand what an equation is. When you have two mathematical expressions separated by an equality sign, the mathematical statement formed is referred to as an equation. For example, if I say 2 times a number plus 5 equals to 3 times that number minus 6. This statement I made is being said grammatically, but how do we represent it mathematically? Here's what we do. We have 2 times a number. This y refers to that number. It is the unknown and referred to as the variable. Plus 5 is equals to what? 3 times that number minus 6. If you take a look at this question, you will notice that we have the first expression here on the left hand side, and we equally have what? The second expression on the what? Right hand side. And they are being separated by what? An equality sign. Okay, so the whole term, everything here is referred to what? A mathematical statement, which is what? An equation. Having established what an equation is, let's go into solving linear equations with one variable. Let's take some examples. In solving linear equations with one variables, let's take a look at this first example. There are two methods we can use, okay? We can use what they call the transpose method or the transverse method. Let's start with the transpose method. When you have like 3x plus 5 equals to 1, 3x plus 5 equals to 1. When you're making use of the transpose method, what you simply do, you move the 5 to the right hand side. Once you move it to the right hand side, it will change, all right? Instead of plus 5, we're going to have minus 5. So we're going to have 3x equals to, simply move this to the right hand side. We have 1 minus what? 5. So we now have 3x equals to 1 minus 5 gives us minus 4. Divide both sides by 3, okay? When we do that, we are going to have x is equals to minus 4 over 3. Okay, how about the transverse method? 3x plus 5 equals to 1. In solving the transverse method, what you simply do is to introduce the opposite of this on the right hand side and on the left hand side. So whatever you do on the left hand side, you equally do it on the right hand side. What I simply mean is this: we are going to have 3x. Since we have a plus here, we put the minus. Minus 5 plus 5 is equals to what? 1 minus 5. Okay, 3x minus 5 plus 5 is equals to what? 1 minus 5. So we're going to have 3x minus 5 plus 5 gives us 0. Okay, so we'll be left with equals to 1 minus 5 gives us what? Minus 4. Okay, divide both sides by 3. By the time we divide both sides by 3, we are going to be left with x is equals to minus 4 over 3. So let's take a look at the second example. In this second example, what we simply do, we have what? 2 plus 7y equals to 44, okay? We are going to collect like terms, okay? So we are going to have 7y equals to 44. Once the 2 crosses over to the right hand side, we're going to have what? Minus 2. So we have 7y equals to what? 42. Okay, so we divide both sides by what? 7. By the time we divide both sides by 7, 7 go here 1, 7 go here 1. Then we are going to have y equals to 7 go here 1, 7 goes here was 6. So y is equals to 6. Okay, let's take a look at something quite different. Okay, so how do we handle something like this? You can see in this question, these terms are in parentheses, then in brackets. So the first thing we want to do is to open up the bracket. We are going to use 2 to multiply out what is in the bracket. Okay, 2 times L gives us 2L, plus 2 times 5 gives us 10, equals to what? 40. The next thing we do what? Collect like terms. We have 2L equals to 40 minus 10. Okay, we have 2L equals to 30. Divide both sides by the coefficient of L, which is 2. When you divide it, you're going to have 2 go here 1, 2 go here 1, 2 go here 1, 2 go here 15. So L is equals to 15. Okay, I earlier told you that I was going to be teaching you variable on both sides. So how do we handle them? Or handle questions that has variable on both sides? Let's take some examples. Look at this question. You can notice that we have a y variable both on the left hand and on the right hand side. The first thing you want to do here is to collect like terms. So in collecting like terms, you're going to have 2y. Once the 3y crosses to the left hand side, we are going to have minus 3y equals to minus 6. This crosses toward the right hand side, it becomes what? Minus 5. 2y minus 3y gives us minus y equals to minus 6 minus 5y. Minus 6 minus 5 gives us minus 11. Okay, so we divide both sides by what? Minus. Divide both sides by minus. Okay, because actually when you see something like minus y, it's actually 1. There's a 1, an invisible 1 we do not necessarily write. Okay, so you can still write it and we divide through. So minus 1 goes here 1, minus 1 goes here 1, minus 1 goes here 1, and goes here what? 11. So we have y is equals to 11. Okay, let's take a look at more complex examples. Okay, so in this question, we have them in bracket. The first thing we do before we can collect like terms, let's first of all open up the bracket. 3 times 2 gives us 6, minus 3 times minus x gives us minus 3x, equals to 4 times 3 gives us 12x, and then we have 4 times minus 1 gives us minus 4. Now we've opened up the bracket, we can collect like terms. We have 6. By the time the plus 4 comes here, we have what? Plus 4 equals to 12x, and then the 3 comes to the right hand side, we have what? Plus 3x. Okay, so we're going to have 6 plus 4, 10, equals to 12 plus 3, we have what? 15x. Our coefficient of x here is 15. Divide both sides by what? 15. 15 go here 1, 15 go here 1. Okay, what can go to 5? 5 goes here 2, 5 goes here what? 3. So we have x is equals to 2 over 3. Okay, let's take a look at more examples. Okay, more complex examples than this. Okay, when you're given a question like this, you still have to open up the bracket. Okay, but in this place you have to be very careful. Here is what you do. You're going to have 3a equals to minus a. Okay, the number you're going to use to open up the bracket is this minus 6. Okay, use minus 6 to what? Multiply out what is in the bracket. So we are going to have minus 6 times 2a. You're going to have a minus 12a. Then you have minus 6 times minus 2 gives us what? Plus 12. Now we've done that, we can easily collect our like terms. We have 3a plus a plus 12a equals to what? 12. Okay, then 3a plus a gives us 4a. 4a plus 12a gives us 16a equals to 12. Divide both sides by the coefficient of a, which is 16. 16 goes here 1, 16 goes here 1. Okay, 2 goes here 6, 2 goes here 8, 2 go here 2, 2 go here 3, 2 go here 4. So we have a is equals to 3 over 4. Let's take one more example. Okay, the first thing we do here is to open up the bracket. Alright, so we are going to use this one to multiply through. Okay, so we're going to have 2 minus 1 times x gives us minus x, minus 1 times minus 3 gives us plus 3 equals to 3 times 2a gives us 6a. 3 times minus 1 gives us minus 3. So we can now collect what? Like terms. So we are going to have 2 plus 3. Once this crosses to the right hand side, to the left hand side, it becomes what? Plus 3 equals to 6x. Now the x crosses over to this side, it becomes what? Plus x. So 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8 equals 6x plus x gives us 7x. Divide both sides by 7. Okay, so we have x is equals to what? 8 over 7 equals to 1 whole number 1 over 7. Okay, so you can leave your number in improper form or mixed fractions. So we've come to the end of solving linear equations with one variable. Let me know in the comment section which method you loved the most. Is it the transverse or the transpose method? Okay. Give me a thumbs up if you really like this video. Hit the subscribe button to get more videos like this. Turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload videos like this. And don't you ever forget, math can be easy. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.